We need to talk about why your Psychology Today profile is not getting clients to pick up the phone and book a therapy appointment with you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelly Stevens. I have taught over 2,000 therapists how to fill cash pay private practices, and there are some extremely common mistakes that I see therapists making over and over and over again on Psychology Today profiles without even really realizing it, that you can fix on your profile to get more clients to pick up the phone and call you. In today's video, I'm going to break down step by step why your profile is probably not getting new clients. And by the end of the video, my goal is to make sure that your profile really is bringing in your ideal clients. If you don't want to watch a whole video on how to improve your Psychology Today profile and you're more of a written type of person, I would suggest downloading my 40-page ebook on Psychology Today. My team and I did so much research into what works on Psychology Today, and we put it all in this ebook and in this video, so stick around. The number one biggest mistake I see therapists making is having a profile that is way too generic. Oftentimes, when we are marketing our private practices, we think, if I appeal to tons of people, I'm going to get more phone calls. The issue is, when you are looking at Psychology Today profiles as a client, you are just seeing pages and pages of people, and you start to read profiles and feel like they're saying the same thing. So what I mean by this are phrases like, I help people get the life they want, or I'm going to help you at the point of your journey that you're in. If we're using the word journey, I just want to tell you that more than likely about 100 other therapists in your same niche are using that word in their profile. You might be saying something like, I help people with anxiety and depression. Now, on the surface, that might feel like you're saying something that's kind of niche, but here's the thing. When people are looking at profiles, if you just say, I help people with anxiety and depression, you're not telling me what age your typical clients are. You're not telling me what point of life they're in. You're not telling me if they have any other mental health issues. When people are looking at profiles, they want to know that you are uniquely equipped to help them, and they want to hear that in language that they understand. So here's how you're going to fix this mistake. I want you to pull out a piece of paper right now, and I want you to ask yourself this question. Who is my ideal client? Where are they in their specific journey of their mental health? I know I used the word journey, but what I mean by this is, where are they in that moment? Are they right at the beginning of a divorce? Have they just had a baby? Right? Are they going into college? Where are they at in their journey? What can therapy offer them? What is the thing that that person needs to hear in order to feel safe enough to pick up the phone? And how do you help them when you are in the room with them? Before you ever open up your computer and start typing your Psychology Today profile, I want you to actually pull out a piece of paper and ask yourself those questions, because we want to be helping clients at a very specific point in their journey and offer them outcomes or therapy as a place where they can start to begin to visualize how their life could be different as a result of going to therapy. That involves getting more specific about who your clients are. Are they millennials? Are they kids? If they're kids, what grades are they in? What age groups are you seeing? The more specific you can be, especially on a platform like Psychology Today, the better. Let me tell you why. This goes into a side note about Psychology Today myths. One thing I hear therapists saying all the time is, I just did this thing, or I updated my profile, or I added whatever, and I ranked higher on Psychology Today. Psychology Today is based on a random algorithm, which means where you show up on Psychology Today is random. It doesn't have anything to do with what you've done to improve your profile to rank higher. However, what you can control as a therapist is, when people are randomly shown your profile, are they more likely to call you? That involves niching down and involves the next common mistake that I see people make. That second mistake is not using Psychology Today to its fullest. Psychology Today gives you the ability to add endorsements. It gives you the ability to add a video. You can add multiple pictures. You can add pictures of your your office. You can add any therapy groups in a different section of Psychology Today. You can add multiple zip codes. So often I see therapists, when they first start some of my programs, have profiles that are not fully built out. So if somebody is clicking on your profile and it doesn't have a video, and then they click on somebody else's profile who does, and they understand what that person does because they're niche down, then they hear the therapist's warm voice talking about what they do by adding a video. Obviously, they are going to pick the person that has a video, most likely, right? Unless there's something on your profile that's really standing out. So make sure to fill your profile out with every possible section that Psychology Today gives to you. That relates to the next mistake I see people make, which is having a terrible headshot. I don't know a nice way of saying this, but if I see a selfie or somebody posed in a really dark room or a picture where somebody's not smiling, a picture on Psychology Today matters a lot. The reason is, again, when those listings show up on the Psychology Today directory, you're seeing picture after picture after picture of people. A lot of times, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, clients might be picking based on our photo. Your photo needs to say, I am warm, I'm here to talk to you, I'm open, and oftentimes that involves, number one, dressing somewhat professionally. I'm not telling you you have to be like the most polished person in the world. Right now, I'm standing in a blazer, but it has a denim jacket. This would be fine if I was taking a Psychology Today photo, but you want to be somewhat polished and professional. You also want to make sure you have a warm look on your face. I know it's hard. Not all of us like having our pictures taken. I will be very honest that I don't always love having my picture taken. But one trick that I've used for many years is before I take a photo that I know is going to be shown to my ideal client, I try to take a minute, I take a deep breath, and I envision smiling at those clients. I know it sounds cheesy, but I want you to put a look on your face that you really hope that ideal client is gonna see one day. Not the best photo that your spouse is gonna like, or your mom when you send it to her, but who those ideal clients wanna see in photos. That's the type of Psychology Today photo you want. A good Psychology Today photo is well lit. It is worth it to invest in professional headshots. I know that professional headshots are expensive, and you can take a really good photo on your iPhone if you use the right settings. But if you have the money to invest in professional headshots, I will tell you, when it comes to private practice therapy marketing, your headshots do matter, and it's worth it to invest in it. Here's your next mistake: not using any basic search engine optimization techniques. We've already gone over the fact that the Psychology Today algorithm itself is random, meaning if somebody's on the website and they're searching, it is going to be random if you come up or not if they search therapist in Los Angeles. However, that doesn't mean that profiles are randomly shown when they're searched in Google. So if somebody searches therapist that treats depression in Los Angeles, those terms are going to come up with results. And because Psychology Today is such a big platform, those are going to come up in a Google search. So what do we know about Google search? Keywords matter. So what I want you to do is go through your profile and make sure that you have keywords that your ideal client might be searching for. And the way to determine what those keywords might be are to do a tiny bit of research. I'm not telling you you need to be a search engine optimization expert. I personally love one tool called Keywords Everywhere. This is not sponsored by them. I just really like it for finding keywords. I also like another tool called Ask the Public, which is free as far as I know. But you want to think about, what are your niched clients really searching for? What are those words that they are typing into Google when they are looking for a therapist like you? And then you want to make sure you are adding those words interspersed throughout your profile. One hot tip is to remember not to do keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is something that no search engines like, but that's basically where you do a big paragraph right at the bottom of your profile with tons and tons of words, right? Or where you put tons of keywords all throughout the paragraph. I'm talking 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times throughout your entire profile. You want those terms that people are searching for, which leads also to, I want you to make sure that your profile also contains information about the geographic area that you are in. Now, if you live in a big city and you're trying to decide which zip codes you're going to list on your Psychology Today, one thing you might consider doing is rotating those zip codes. Psychology Today limits the number of zip codes you can have at any one time, but every 2 or 3 months, you might go in and decide to rotate which zip codes you are showing on your profile to see if that makes any difference in how many clients are calling you. The next mistake that I see people make is quitting Psychology Today too early. Now, this isn't necessarily about your profile in general, but I hear people saying all the time, I only got 1 call from Psychology Today this month. I only landed 1 client from Psychology Today in the last 2 months. It's not worth it. If you are a cash pay therapist and you are paying Psychology Today $30 a month and you get 1 client every 2 months that lands, it is still paying for itself. This is not promoted by Psychology Today, all right? They don't do sponsorship, anything. I could care less, really, if you stay on the platform or not. But I see all too often people getting frustrated and thinking they should be getting a deluge of clients coming from this platform. Sometimes that's true, especially if you are in a smaller city where there's not as many therapists. But it's important to do the math, as it is with all things in private practice, to make sure if Psychology Today is paying for itself, even if you're not getting as many referrals as you want right away, I really suggest sticking with it. Here's the next mistake I see people make: not having a strong call to action. What is a call to action? A call to action is basically what it sounds like. It's the words that you're going to use on your profile to tell people to call you. So I see a lot of times people saying, call to book a free consultation today, or email me and let's get in touch. I want you to be more specific. So you might say something like, make sure to click the email me button and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Even if I'm not the right fit for a therapist for you, I will help you find who is. You want to make sure that as much personalization of your message as you can convey, the better. You want to make sure that clients know exactly what step they're taking next. Now, one thing to think about is most therapists on Psychology Today are offering a free 15-minute consultation. So people are reading free 15-minute consultation everywhere, that phrase. If you were just to change that and say, let's hop on a call to discuss if therapy is the right fit for you. Or if you were to say, let's schedule a 20-minute phone consultation where I can really hear about what's going on in your life to determine if this next step is the right one to take. Something like that. The more you can do something that is slightly different than what other people are doing on Psychology Today, the better. Because people are reading free 15-minute consultation over and over again. Make it a little bit more personal. Add 20 minutes, add a half an hour. I know for me, I personally do a 30-minute phone consultation, not because I necessarily have 30 minutes to give to every phone consultation. I don't. But because I really like using that time to determine if someone's a good fit, it saves me a lot of headache down the road rather than trying to squeeze it all into 15 minutes. Because you stayed till the end, I have my best tip for you, and I want you to remember to check out my Psychology Today ebook below. Here's the best tip. When you are getting calls from Psychology Today, more often than not, you know that that person is calling a ton of therapists, at least probably 1 or 2 other ones, because they're searching on a database. What I do is I send a voice memo back, especially if I'm in session, that just says, hey, thank you so much for calling. I noticed that you found me on Psychology Today. I would love to schedule a time to talk with you. I'm running into session right now. If you want to text me 2 or 3 times you're available, let's hop on a call today and I'd love to chat. That little voice memo can make all the difference in the world because they are hearing your voice first before anyone else. If you like videos like this and tutorials like this, give me a like and subscribe below. It makes a difference, and I'll see you next time.